And that's a nice run by the running back. And I tell you what, man, these rivalry games, a lot of times they're decided by who can run the football, who can exert their will, be more physical, because there's so much emotion that goes into it. And going back to last year, like this game was so close, so tight. So what's going to be the difference? A lot of times, man, it's the physicality and the running game.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. He's got him. Touchdown, Aggie! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. To locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Getting set for the point after. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. They'll stop play momentarily for the injured Buff. That is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition.
Number 38, set to kick this one away.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Here's the pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
He's knocked down immediately, trying to catch them napping on the run and nothing doing. And the Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Burns. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
It is so difficult to play man coverage nowadays with all the space and spread and speed on the field. One false step, and they make you pay just like they did right there.
To get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period, first down here. They'll run play action. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
They'll test the right side. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. And the Buffaloes moving quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Makes the grab. Makes a man miss. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Buffaloes will line it up on 1st and 10. And run inside. It's Willis. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28th. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
This defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, and the attempt is no good. After the missed field goal, it is still a 12-point game.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They'll give it to him again. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards a carry, like, we don't need to complicate this. Like, this is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. On the option. Now the pitch. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. And the Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Now facing a 3rd and long. We'll send the tight end in motion. The inside handoff. They get him stopped at the 32. A solid pickup, but it will bring up a 4th down and decision time. The Buffaloes calling their first timeout. And now everybody chiming. The fake, they flip it to the kicker. Big on big, man on man, and the defense wins on 4th down.
Well, you're going fake field goal, the old no-look flip to the kicker. It looks amazing when it works, but not so good when it doesn't. The defense was ready for it. You saw they were able to track that kicker easily down to make the tackle.
Pulls it in. It's Carter. Oh, he's got some space. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Also on 1st down, increase the degree of difficulty. 2nd and goal from the 8. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It is good. Are forced to settle for 3.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Number 47, set to advance on the football.
He'll bring it out. It's Gore. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We start our coverage with Auburn, taking on the number 1 team, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's the Tigers, with one of the biggest wins in program history, taking down the number 1 team in the country. It gets them to 4-1 on the season, and it's got to be looked at as a solid start. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. As for your game and an interesting first half, let's take a look at the numbers of note. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's finally brought down after a big return that was almost a whole lot bigger. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
Guys, I caught up with the Aggies head coach at the half. His conversation with his team in the locker room was execute, execute, execute. He understands that here at home, sometimes the crowd is in it, sometimes they're not. He wants them to bring their own energy and to make sure they are executing on every play to start the third quarter.
Thanks, Holly. They'll stop playing momentarily for the injured Buff. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. Here comes the offense on second down. To the air, it's Burns. Fires complete on the crosser. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and then it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Humphrey. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And this offense has done such a good job protecting their dude at quarterback, but the defense finally gets home. Listen, that's their 3rd sack in 2 weeks. They got to do a better job applying pressure on the quarterback.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Man, you got to know when to give it up. You can't just keep retreating and going backwards and backwards and backwards, thinking at some point you're going to outrun everybody and make a big play. That play was doomed from the get-go, and it was going the wrong direction.
In a world of trouble from the start, and a massive loss on that play. They'll stop playing momentarily for the injured Buff. Oh, the fake, the up man looking for room. They tried to catch him napping on that fake, but turns out they were wide awake. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Bringing the heat. They'll stop playing momentarily for the injured Buff. While they have a look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to pass. It's Baker. Rushes on him. And it's a sack. Oh, man, they've already lost 1 quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost 1. Now your 2nd guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely center cut. That'll pull them back to within 6.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. And look at him, it's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
How about this? A two-point conversion coming. Back to pass, it's Burns. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Number 38, set to kick this one away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17. It'll be 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Can't make the connection. And forcing the incompletion.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And the strong safety is the one that's actually able to get the sack on this play. They lowered him in the box, probably anticipating run to the strong side of the field, but when the strong safety saw the ball in the quarterback's hand, he just said, I'm going to go do this myself.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Young. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And that last completion was a bit of a Pyrrhic victory and made 3rd down even longer. Under fire. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Pressure coming. And down he goes.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly. But listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
And the defense makes the tackle, but not before he gets down to the 2. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. Too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive.
number 38, set to kick off.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings now. Makes the grab and room to run.
You know, at this point of the game, guys, trailing the way they are late in the game, check down throws are not going to get it done. You've got to be more aggressive in the passing game. You're going to have to just start taking shots.
The sure hands, it's Willis.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Caught in the backfield, it's Willis. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Buffaloes will hustle to the line.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They'll stop play momentarily for the injured Buff. That's their freshman quarterback who was injured on the play. As they attend to him, Holly will keep an eye on things for us. And the Buffaloes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Running inside, it's Welsh. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. At the 35, he's got room. They are on the move down to the... Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going to the run, it's Humphrey. Hard running there. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll give it on the counter. Maybe a crease. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. The Aggies trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense. Ranking is so high.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Buffaloes come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Lost a throw on first down. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Fires to the wideout. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And the Buffaloes line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The run inside. It's Humphrey. And he'll be tackled, and that'll bring us to the end of the game. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.